number 3. Some iconic moments in that second game. But you want to see how he fares into Knight's Azir, going through the mid lane and going into the final game here of Top, taking on WE. Before we get into game, I want to point out the drums are gone.
Yep.
Didn't realize, but I think LGD stole them.
Definitely took it. Hauled it over to Hangzhou.
I did want to point out straight away before we talk about the pathing and the wards that have already been dropped to the level 1s, that xiye has gone for the airy in this lane, where Knight, not the lethal tempo is it, it's that quick burst in the electrocute.
He's trying to contest for the early game. It's what we really need here. So that's triple electrocute on the top side from Top Esports. So that's a good point to mention. A lot of the times, if you go towards the lethal tempo, you're certainly saying, you know, this is a great late game tool that, you know, I require, going towards like Nashor's Tooth and all that.
Yeah.
But he's going to get really punished by airy, like constant poke that comes through. The game plan from a Jace is, you know, have your lane shoved out, hide behind the thick wall behind you, and just start tossing out Shock Blast whenever you have the opportunity. But take a look at this.
Oh, early dredge line there into Mystic once again. This time it is the Nautilus on the side of Top Esports that starts us off.
Now, I haven't seen the LokeN's Callista since playoff time, when he was able to throw that out there, and it allowed XX ample room to actually play through the map. You know, in that time, XX was so focused on mid-top lane that this time he was actually able to play through LokeN and Ben, who's actually playing up. So they were playing really well coming into playoff time. But it calls to the question of, like, how flexible is the team really?
Yep.
Is 369 great on weak side at the playoff time? Didn't come out to be the case. That's when they brought in Moyu. So this is a good challenge for Top Esports and a great opportunity for Team WE to get that second win in the split.
XX is in position if he wants to go for that really early level 2, level 3 lane gank, while beishang towards the middle. And the flash is there on top of Knight, who doesn't have an escape just yet. He's going to be jumped on. The flash is there. 1, 2, 3, and it's done. xiye with first blood.
He can follow easily. Halo Blades on the pick can make it that much easier for him. So really good job of being able to follow through. What a tough position Knight's now in.
Yeah, we were talking about how this was going to affect the mid lane talent. Well, no summoners down. XX knows he can take this. However, misses the cocoon. Repel's going to come down. beishang not going to get the same proc, and he gets the final hit up. That saves his life.
He played that one so well. Audacious charged on towards Blue Buff the moment he sees him, just his own form of a dash. He's like, get me out of there. And I hope she doesn't cocoon towards the blue buff.
Oh, and it resets as well.
I'm not too concerned. He's going to get that one easily. It buys some time, obviously. But still, for XX, he's going to be a little bit more sad that he did end up getting the kill on towards beishang.
And now they know exactly where he is. Towards the bottom side. Bottom wave getting shoved in, and Mystic and missing with the Yuumi Ezreal lane. Should be safe here too.
But this is already, you know, salute to beishang. The first 5 minutes of 3 games for WE have just been excellent.
Yes.
Another way in which they're able to get a lead for xiye. But take a look at this. This is the type of stuff you want to be able to see.
Now, if outplay comes to outplay, Mystic and missing, a lot of dashes.
Get a hook.
Dredge line flash, they flash on top of him, they ignite, they hit him, and LokeN picks up the kill. Now, missing has no HP because it's a Yuumi. They're going to jump in 1, 2, 3, all 3 at once. Rend into Ben's kill. Repel up to juggle the aggro, and Top Esports clean dive.
By no support likes playing Yuumi on weak side. There's no way for you to defend from a dive. Does a really well set up. Oh, you doing
teleporting
this
to the
again.
turret. It's okay, but Ben's tanking it up 1, 2, and 3. He takes too much as well. Mystic and missing can push forward, and XX just has to leave.
That was just really unfortunate from Ben. He thought that the minion wave was a little bit closer to the turret, so it was sad from him that he got tagged by the turret. That actually would have been another easy dive from them, knowing that they have both the Nautilus, HP, the Elise. Oh, wait. Okay, thankfully he's playing that one well.
Oh, good dodge there by Knight as well.
Now he's playing in the Matrix.
And if beishang got that kill, if he was able to force Knight out once again, that could have been trouble. So Top Esports get the win down in the bottom lane, while the mid lane's still catching up with CS.
But to kind of support the discussion about Yuumi, Yuumi has the weakest defense on dives of any support.
Yeah.
Not only does she have the low HP bar, but also on the fact of none of her abilities really stop, create CC, any pressure towards the dive. She has no wave clear in and of herself. Whenever she's paired with Ezreal, of course, you just have the wave consistently shoved into you easily. There's no way for you to contest it. But take a look at this. Flash to follow, get the stun. Really well done from Ben to start it all off. I would love to see this one go long, just because I wanted to see the turret go on top of Ben as well. But I think that'd be a long replay. Oh, we're getting it! No, we're not.
We just slowed things down.
It was too long anyways.
I love that XX waits in front of the Yuumi until Ben's in position to get the other lockdown. So good juggle of aggro, Repel to get out of it in the end, and XX gets 2 easy assists and is actually up in CS in the jungle.
It's a very SKT-esque composition in my mind.
Well
if
said.
I look at top esports comp, that really does harken back to playing through, your bottom lane. LokeN is essentially cosplaying Teddy. And what do? You consistently move to Teddy's lane. So let's get it. Let's keep going. I love this.
Was back in position, spotted out by a water at least on the way there, I believe. Going to the mid lane as well, so has ease of access between mid and bottom, and LokeN is smashing this out. That's a big wave heading towards WH.
Yeah, consistently slow pushing this one in, which makes it hard for Ezreal to, clear the wave or at least CS when it's at medium point. And when it gets shoved into you, you have the worry that XX is going to be there too.
This is weak side, Raz.
Well, good job, 369.
Yeah, 369 has ult as well and flash, so this is going pretty good. And when we talked about the early game of WE, top esports are having their best one in this series yet.
I think this is going to be tough for Team WE for obvious reasons. I think the fact that the first kill gets thrown towards the Jace is great, but now he needs to make his own play happen. Beishang needs to kind of rotate towards the bottom lane every time this huge wave ends up fully shoving in. At least have some vision on XX. That's what we need to see happen, because for the next few minutes, I don't think Jace is going to get too much help and attention.
Stuck in lane, CS even. Many of the reasons that Knight right now feeling good even after dying to the first blood. And they keep spotting out beishang, who's in the top side river, even with those control wards. XX nearby as well, and a counter gank in the 2v2 at this point could be fatal for WE.
I think beishang had an idea that Elise was up top side. If she held on to the bot side that far along, then she would have definitely lost on some wonderful experience.
Yeah.
So good call. But it gives beishang some time. Now that he's fully cleared up top side, he can be there for the next huge wave coming through. They don't have an idea as to where XX is past the handing off of blue buff. So it's that constant game you play.
Yep. Heading towards the bottom side now. You're just taking a quick encounter at Knight, pushing that wave out, getting pushed himself. But set up with the bottom wave.
Go.
beishang in position. Level 5 going to be spotted out by this control ward. And XX has tier 1 boots to get there quickly.
See how tough this is? Like, just take a look at the combatability of Mystic. It's nothing. Double tier, because he was not able to go towards either the Sheen or the tier itself.
Yep.
I mean, double mana crystal, that is. So it's a tough place for them, and they can't take any fight. So XX is going to have run of the space here. Easy blue buff pickup now.
Drops a control ward along the way as well. And Ben just helping to secure it here as well. And top esports looking for the dredge line through now. Ben's going to take a bit of damage, but it's not enough right now for WE to hold priority. Blue buff, is it going to be transferred? Nah, XX just waiting, picks it up, hits level 6.
It's good experience dump. He's going to be able to go towards his red side jungle. Oh my god.
This is annoying.
Really?
369's level 8 now. Over the wall, he doesn't care. He takes the rest with it.
Yeah, you're right. That's annoying. Oh, they're doubling down too.
Now we're finally getting to the heart of it. It's not 369 in the top lane. It was Knight between the turret. 4 versus 2. Dredge line onto Mystic. The final chapter hits, but LokeN's in as well. Cat gonna go down with him. Mystic and Missing really just hating this bottom lane as a double kill to the Nautilus support.
That's the thing about Ezreal Yuumi. I mean, you're already far behind. You don't have any damage to take any trades. You can't stop the wave from coming into you. You're just getting bullied.
Turret plating over to the victors as well. 80 each. You deserve it. You got a 10 CS lead. And a Nautilus suit now is just going to be a very unstoppable front line that much earlier on.
This game is going to be hard. I think this early snowball is too much. Because it's going to be just consistently for the next, I'd say, 6 minutes.
Look at bot side.
Drag and drop. Let's go.
Fate's call, double knock up, double cocoon. Mystic's going to go as well. I told you to look at the bottom side, and that's what happens.
Wow.
That control ward is a bait. An absolute bait.
They thought they were going to just at least get their base off.
0 and 6 combined bottom lane.
Right now, Mystic is coming back into the lane with not only 2 black eyes, but that cartoonish bump on your head. Like, that huge bump that you're like, that's never going to happen in real life. But you're taking out right now Mystic. He's not having a happy time.
And you know, when Popeye eats spinach, that's exactly what LokeN's like right now. Fully muscled up and ready to go. As I told you, this control ward, you don't want to be near it.
There's not much you can do. You even see XX expending his flash to be able to get Cocoon down. And so for the next 5 minutes, it's only going to get worse. Like, they're going to go back bot, take the turret, go top lane. Team WE are forced to match lanes in a situation they can't actually upset with numbers.
Ability to adapt here in this third game. Well, for top esports to adapt to the bottom lane, XX has been on point, and his timings have been insane.
It's a sheer tier, Sheen tier to a Blade of the Rune King.
Not a bad way to go.
Outright purchased it.
Yep. LokeN was sitting on a Vampiric Scepter, 2-0-4. Doesn't matter about the CS lead. He can walk across the map. And you can see this from top esports. They're taking the long way, but they're walking up to the Rift Herald at 11 minutes.
Last series, Invictus Gaming had when they accidentally enacted their FF. Yep. I feel like this one should not be accidental from Team WE.
They're 2K gold behind at 11 minutes.
Their only saving grace is going to be in Kennen Ultimate and the Jace that has not even a small lead because Azir is able to recoup that a little bit, even that out. But just through poke. They need to find opportunities through the poke that the Jace is able to accomplish.
Duskblade of Draxar picked up for the Jace, so that's some good news. But you're grasping at straws here as Rift Herald gets taken down, and they're heading back to mid. Why wouldn't you? Put the Jace in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, you still have 2 minutes until turret plating go through. So you're getting a lot of gold in this early game.
12 minutes, and you got 2 minutes of it as well, so who knows where they go after this. Bottom lane's coming up, but Ezreal and Yuumi, they pose no threat.
If they still have the wave after this, thankfully the Shock Blast takes the minion wave behind the Rift Herald. I would say they'd go towards the inner turret. But, right, great job from xiye to be able to thin out the wave.
Alongside a beishang who comes in for moral support at this point. Top esports then rotate back to the bottom side where there's an Ocean Dragon waiting and billions of control wards that WE cannot clear out at this point.
Oh my god,
yeah, you need to.
Oh,
Kaku doesn't connect though.
They're playing to their second turret, and they're not going to stop. They're playing to their second turret when they're matched against the enemy top laner because of the pressure. This is as bad as it gets. Beishang helped these people.
And 369 is taking the 1v2 at this point as well. It's not going to be like that for long because it's going to be a 4v3 as Mystic under turret again. Depth charge onto the Ezreal. He's 0-3. Make it stop. Reset here for 369, but he's tanking the turret. That won't matter. Even 4 members underneath. They're going to get the reset. They're going to get the top laner and get a kill. But a 1-for-1 here is just so not much. Try to be positive here, Raz.
You really shouldn't. There's nothing to be positive about. Even with the kill you're able to trade through, Knights being able to pick up turret plating through mid. I gave you what is the only way Team WE is able to come back, and it's simply not happening.
He has a CS lead in the mid lane. Knight is 12 CS up at the moment, and bottom lane, top esports have found post-stretch line in once again. The Cannon now going to experience what this bottom lane's all about.
He's fine. It won't hurt.
Only just?
No, he's all right. Not even just.
Well, top esports are going to get the turret at the very least.
The cooldown on Nautilus Qs is way too long, but I think this mid lane turret is actually going to be a bait just because all it takes is, shove in bot lane, group up through mid. You really can't hold that back. And Elise is in between mid and bot lane for a reason. Pick of the litter. Who do you really want to play on towards? You might just go back mid.
I'm surprised we don't have mobility boots on release, but XX doesn't need them.
Yeah. Right now, this feels like you're on a heat-seeking mission. But might need to help out brother 369.
Finally trying to get xiye and beishang alongside 369. No ultimate available for the Aatrox, but has himself the first item onto xiye. He can't stab him. beishang picks up his first kill, and small window, but still capitalized by top esports in the bottom lane.
You can still act towards the bottom lane turret. Easy pickup. Now that we're finally past the turret plating phase, I know the graphic, controlled by the Chinese side will show us how much gold the team ends up getting throughout the entire run. But it was a lot. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gold. That's one of the fear that you end up having when you go up against Elise and I keep forgetting the name of the champion just because we often don't see. No, it's Kalista.
Oh, okay.
Oftentimes we don't get to see the champion. So whenever we finally get to see it, I'm like, my goodness, racking my brain. So here's how much gold ends up coming through. Whew. It's a lot, especially since it's because it's like spread out amongst all of them.
I love how the Nautilus, Ben's had so many resources this game as well.
Literally, just like every member except for the Aatrox and the XX has enough or more gold than WE got as a whole.
Yep.
Like 320 gold from turret platings all put on towards Kennen, but take a look at this.
He's been playing weak side for a while. Now for 369, he's going to be jumped on by 3 members. In the end, he gets a couple of knockouts, but not enough. And xiye slowly working WE back into this game.
This is the only option they have, and it's great because you need to start trading sides as much as possible. You can't match top esports, so bullying up on 369 is the best thing you can do.
So with that small pick,
Wow.
what comes of it? Top Esports send 9 to the mid lane.
Don't
the final
take this
chapter
fight.
going to come through. Mystic gets jumped on before the True Shot Barrage. Now Mystic's left alone. The Emperor's Shurima dive. What the hell was that? It's a Yuumi, of course, with a double kill going over tonight. And Cat just getting deleted. Beishang having to flash away. Angry Cat indeed. WE lose 2 in an instant.
I don't think he was looking at his own character model. You had Azir Sand Soldiers on top of you.
Couldn't see there was a cat in the way.
He was bursting you.
He's 0-5 at this point, so I don't think it's
he's
the
checked
ideal
out.
game.
I think he's checked out. I honestly do.
0-9 combined bottom lane. Top Esports playing through it, destroying them. Mystic and Missing haven't gotten a chance to actually get some CS down.
I love the fact that he has Iceborne Gauntlet, just because at this stage he needs to provide something for his team, so utility is certainly needed.
Yep.
At this stage, you need to be able to support it. I don't even want to look at this. It's actually disgusting. So just watch Mystic's character model, because he certainly wasn't. This should already deter you from walking towards the Sand Soldier. You're on top of the goddamn Sand Soldier. So that's it. That's all really I need to do. That's all I need to look at.
And Mystic doesn't get to play because he doesn't have health. He's
Yeah.
a cat, so...
That's that replay that is honestly just rude, because we saw it from the beginning to the end. Why do we need to see that again?
That's right. Off the back of that play, I just want to let you guys know there's a 2-item Azir. That's a Zonya's Hourglass. Look at where he is now on top of Post. Soldiers attacking away. Electrocute proc, gets the slowdown. Post should be able to get out of this for about a second until that happens. So Knight with his 3rd kill, and this game is looking by far the best right now for top esports.
And you don't want this happening in your home venue. It hurts, man. You know, the crowd's out there, backing your boys.
They paid good money for this.
But take a look at this. At least you're getting action with that money.
Yeah.
Top esports are having one of the cleanest performances just based off of, you know, how XX and oh my god.
They keep playing to this. The Fate's call just for the jungler. They go in melee range to negate the ultimate. XX almost dies in the process, but Repel's available. They get themselves the Ren set up with the Ignite. Beishang will die in the end as they jump onto the rest of the members. True Shot Barrage swing and a miss here as top esports now play the 5v4.
That was the greatest opportunity for Team WE. They just don't have the damage to punish up. So even have a wave behind them, ends up taking out that inner turret.
And we're not even to the point where Baron's coming up as well, Raz. So jungler going down. So many advantages here on the map for top esports. Ocean Dragon that they haven't even touched to make the triple just yet.
And that's the trick. A lot of times when you see teams like Victory 5, LGD, you know, teams that are really trying to grow and get to that point where they can be a playoff team, when they get a lead this early on, like level 1s or 5-minute plays, and they have the outer turrets gone, they actually tend to get lost. And in fact, a lot of the times, those are their messiest games.
Yep.
Because they don't know how to get a clear advantage without going towards a helpful Dragon or a Baron buff. And of course, they have to wait a little bit longer to get to that 20-minute mark.
And they open themselves up for comebacks against a big gold lead like this.
But Top Esports is a team that, even without that, one of our best LPL teams, they're able to consistently shove through mid, top lane, got the inner turrets now, can start to really take away gold from the enemy jungle, as you can see from Elise in the minimap. So they're playing this one out as disciplined as possible, not creating any openings for Team W.
Really clean rotation so far. 369 set to deal with the top wave, and everything's just going to crash as it was while bottom lane starts shoving in and Knight handles mid. One
thing that will be an opening for Team WE, you saw it when Knight was moving up mid lane. There is a ward pretty deep into the mid lane. This is just the lane.
Yep.
Allows for Kennen to get a flank teleport off. Jace maybe, but I would like for him to keep in the middle. Just because they need something. They need a player where Kennen can come in. He has Zonia's enabled. He can try for something. But now they're playing through bot lane wave, and there is no ward behind them at all.
That's right. And the siege continues on with no Baron buff, with top esports just that triple ocean paying dividends, and Knight can get poked out, but in a poke composition, their biggest enemy is a triple ocean. with an already big front line.
Yeah, it feels bad. RNG did not help them.
Yeah.
By any means.
369 going to get dove on again. 1 and 3 is the Aatrox trying to get the reset before he goes down. Flashes over the wall. Empress Divide, two-shot barrage to clean up the jungler. Now WE do pick off one kill, but Ben re-engages with LokeN and the backline access is there. Knight into the middle of it, tries the 1v3. He's not that big. xiye gets a double kill and a shutdown onto the Azir.
At least that package of gold goes into xiye's pocket with that shutdown goal. So a good pushback. Starts with them picking up 369. And I like the fact that Top Esports doubled down and trying to help 369 because they were that close on resetting his ultimate, so he would have been able to rejoin the fight, with his, reset still there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Post shouldn't be there. Fate's Call into the dredge line, into the knockdown, the Titan's Wrath of LokeN and Ben.
It's a tough one. Once again, it is a hard game. You still do need to take risks like that. If he had fully shoved that wave in, it would have been a lot longer of a pushback from team Top Esports. But take a look at this. So it's kind of tough for 369. He thinks he can come back. They almost had beishang down, but kept up long enough where 369 says, okay, I have no reset. I'm going to have to peace out of the fight. Of course, they end up finding the pick on Azir as well, so good shutdown gold on top of xiye. So take a look at xiye's items now. Almost has his third item completely locked down, would be Edge of Night. So we're in a pretty good spot right now for Team WE. Or at least not Team WE, for xiye.
For xiye
For xiye alone.
Because the rest of WE are not in that same position. But having said that, if we're talking about the potential of this comeback and how it's going to be executed alongside the Jace mid, top lane Kennen now with the Zhonya's Hourglass and the Proto Belt. So 2 items. And you were talking about that flanking teleport there before. Well, if Post can get that heading towards this Baron buff, then that's their window of opportunity.
Yeah, I think he's trying to head towards an Oblivion Orb too, just to be able to have at least some outright flat magic penetration alongside the boots.
Yep.
He needs that to be able to threaten Knight, LokeN, and positioning. Because one of the biggest struggles that Top Esports will have if this game goes long is just the range that LokeN has. It doesn't exist. We're talking about going up against the Jace and Azrael. That's one of the hardest things to be able to deal with if you don't have the lead. But thankfully, he doesn't have to concern himself. He can just go face first.
That's true.
He has Guardian Angel. He has Renan's Hurricane. He is in such a good position.
Zeke's convergence on Ben as well. You know that's going straight to LokeN too. So good times ahead for Top Esports as the Sun Turret gets dropped in the mid lane where the inner used to be that Shock Blast. A remnant of how this game would end up turning.
Exactly. That's your way back in. If you could buy for time, or if you go and do exactly what happened, I think, in Game 1, that beishang special to be able to steal Baron.
Yeah.
You need that. So let's see. This is what this game has come down to.
It begins. True Shot Barrage going to spot it out
Wow.
at 9k, and LokeN takes a mighty chunk from the Ezreal that should be out of the game. But
take this fight.
xiye and beishang over the wall. Top Esports running away from Baron.
Maybe this could be a turn for WE to take Baron themselves. Not only is XX low, but LokeN got shredded. So it makes a lot of sense. Top Esports are still in the area. I don't know if they... Oh, they have Triple Ocean.
I was about to say,
no.
This is a nightmare for the comp that just poked them out so heavily. They need to do the exact same thing again.
That's ridiculous. They get this Baron simply because of Triple Ocean. beishang, you can't do this.
Early objective control. beishang looking for the steal over the wall, but he's nowhere nearby anymore. Ben and LokeN on supreme supporting duty.
How sad is that?
Baron goes down.
This game would have definitely been turned for the worst for Top Esports if it wasn't for that goddamn Triple Ocean Dragon.
They got a mountain to come up and facilitated them as well. So, like I said, Raz, what do I keep saying? Good times ahead here for Top Esports. Still with xiye's lead. 6,000 in the bank is their advantage. They got 3 minutes of Baron buff to play with.
I think xiye has Edge of Night, but it's not going to be very useful to them. They have that now chance to be able to repel one last fight. Remember, the last time Top Esports went for the jugular, they were able to get a pick onto 369, shove him out, and a general win from Team WE. So they need to try for that one more time.
But we're talking about flank teleports there before. If that jugular is missed, look at where the cannon can teleport into. The ward that is just to the left side, or rather right side of the mid lane.
Take a look at this. It seems like they're trying to say, we'll draw the line at the inhibitor turret.
Okay.
Easily they're going to lose this, but Jace now has to base because he shoved out the wave. I think he gets top lane turret. I don't know the HP of that turret right now. But the focus now has to be on this inhibitor turret. It looks like this is where they're going to make that stand.
The wave still at full capacity here as well. Post going to clear out the wave and lose that control ward to TP2 on the backside, but 369 in a mighty fine angle, able to clear out some of himself.
They timed the waves very well on mid and bot lane. It made it very difficult for Post to abandon his Post bottom lane to be able to help push 369 off the wave.
Also, Mystic is almost dead. So this is top Esports just hammering down on this turret. So with the well-timed wave, with the slow push coming in the top side as well. Inhibitor down, Baron up for another 145, and Post cannot defend alone.
I didn't have my glasses in. How the hell did he get poked out? I guess we're going to have to see that afterwards.
Azir, LokeN,
yeah.
Take your pick. It's a 3-item Azir at this point as well, by the way. So harder to lock down Knight with the Banshee's Veil. The Prowling Projectile blocked here to hold onto that shield even longer.
Really goes to, show some appreciation of how Knight's placing down damage. Whenever they have the wave completely pushed in, Knight's only focused on poking people off.
Yeah.
As you already saw when they went into this mid lane turret. So Mystic has to be aware of Azir Qs coming through.
That's an almost level 16 Azir as well, who on these turrets, a conversion is going to knock them down even quicker. Bottom lane crashes as mid lane does. The inhibitor's going to fall down with it. Once again for top Esports, things looking good here in this game 3.
Top lane wave is pretty big too. If you have triple Ocean Dragon, you don't need to base.
Yes.
You can stay on the map infinitely. So that's the problem here. A lot of the time, that general assumption is, okay, thankfully they got 2 inhibitors. They're pretty low. They can go back. They can't go back. They're back in play.
Nice to the top lane. He goes back to get double dagger just for extra attack speed with the extra Baron that's on the menu. 30 seconds left, and they're going to get another wave, and most likely their triple inhibitor.
Oh, look at the Aatrox, too. The minimap, you can already see he's pushing in with that next wave. So, yeah, you're going to have to abandon this.
So it was not in the end, Raz. Mystic chunked to half, heals up with Zoomies, but inhibitor now on next. And Knight just backing away.
Just look at Knight's HP. That's all you need to see. If we're just talking about sustain, that HP is going to come right back up.
369 trying to end the game.
Do something!
Turret's just going down thanks to the Baron minions. Inhibitor's going to drop anyway. Top Esports playing that shimmy shake game once again.
So I'm going to be on beishang. beishang needs to be able to get in there. Obviously, it will be a suicide run, but at this point, top Esports are making the right call. You need to try something.
WE are happy that the Baron's gone, but not happy that all minions are channeling in. One Nexus turret to go down. LokeN attacking the other Nexus turret. WE haven't made the move. beishang is late to the party. Onto XX. A True Shot Barrage gets some damage. Repel dodges away from the Shock Blast. In goes the Azir. Truffle shuffles into the middle of them. A double Fates call. Everything Wombinations up into the air. And a clean end for top Esports here in this series. A 2-1. After being challenged by WE.
You take a look at XX on that one. That was excitement. That was elation. You get to game 3.